A poor young man from Kenya spent a huge sum of money. He paid $2,000 for a pile of cheap plastic buckets. Right then, the vendor raised the price on the spot. He pulled out another $1,000 and bought the vendor's jacket. Why did he buy that jacket? He wanted to disguise himself as a merchant, so he could get past the security checkpoints. The guards didn't bother checking every plastic bucket one by one. Just like that, without realizing it, they let me slip into the target area.
He found a key corner and sat down,
waiting quietly for the patrol to leave. Once they were gone, I took out my handheld controller and activated a decoy disguised as a cigarette pack. I released a robotic beetle drone. I controlled the beetle as it flew into the heavily guarded house. I discovered a large stockpile of C4 explosives inside. The terrorists inside were busy making suicide vests. This confirmed the intelligence I had intercepted. A new terrorist attack was in its final countdown.
He streamed live footage of the scene back to command.
The colonel immediately sent a Predator drone to the edge of Kenya's airspace and requested authorization to strike. But the answer he got was a firm no. Senior officials in the intelligence room flat out rejected the strike proposal. They feared political backlash from foreign powers and refused to authorize military intervention. To strengthen the case for the strike, I moved the drone closer to the target, nearly getting caught by a mysterious man inside. I quickly landed the drone on a ceiling beam and barely escaped detection. More importantly, command used facial recognition to identify the mysterious man as a high-value terrorist leader, a man who had evaded British authorities for 6 years. The colonel fought desperately for strike approval, but time was running out. The terrorists inside had put on their gear and started arming the C4.
My Colonel S timera multiples simulations,
adjusting the missile's blast radius to avoid a secondary explosion from the C4. They finally developed a plan that would minimize civilian casualties. The plan was finally approved by higher-ups. But just as the drone operator was about to fire, a little girl walked up to the building and set up her small stand. The colonel urgently ordered to fire immediately. They couldn't waste this chance. But the operator refused. He simply couldn't bear to hurt an innocent child.
watching through the monitor.
I saw the terrorists were fully armed and had gone live. The city center was only seconds away from being blown up. I glanced at the guard nearby, took a deep breath, and sprinted toward the girl. I risked buying all of her bread and urged her to go home right away. My suspicious behavior caught the guard's attention. About to be caught, I dropped the buckets and bread and ran into an alley. Thankfully, the little girl left her stand. The operator fired immediately. The Hellfire missile was 50 seconds from impact. But just then, the girl turned around. She picked up the bread I had dropped and set up her stand again in the same spot. Everyone's hearts were in their throats. Knowing the area like the back of my hand, I climbed over a wall and temporarily lost the guards chasing me. I then called over a young boy, handed him a stack of cash, and begged him to buy all the girl's bread. Finally, the girl packed up and left the blast zone.
10 seconds later.
The missile struck precisely, leveling the terrorists' hideout. The blast radius matched the predictions perfectly.
Through the satellite feed.
The colonel confirmed the success of the targeted strike. The mission was complete, but I had lost all support. Out of ammunition and supplies, my cover completely blown. I was surrounded by enemy militias. From that moment on, my fate was unknown.